Monique Halley, your relationship clarity expert, and I want to talk to you about your mindset after a breakup. Are you embracing being a victim or a survivor? I want to share three really great tips with you to help you move forward with a survival mindset because getting stuck as a victim after a bad relationship is not going to help you move on. So when we talk to our girlfriends about our breakups, we get caught up in telling the stories, giving the specifics, and our friends, being our friends, they're going to ask questions. They're going to be like, girl, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you did that. And it goes on and on and on. And we get on this high because it telling the story validates that victim mode that we get in. It validates how you're feeling. And it's not a good place to be in. You can get stuck in that place. And trust me, I understand that breakups are not easy. I've experienced it. It's emotionally painful. It's hard to move on, but it's not impossible. And the pain that you go through is part of your growth process. And with all of that pain, there's still some good that can come from it. And that's what I want to talk to you about. These three things that you can start doing to help you embrace being a survivor of a bad relationship breakup. Okay, so it's confession time. I must admit, after I separated from my husband, I'm guilty of going into the victim mindset. I played that role over and over. I had family and friends that would ask me questions, and whoever listened to my story, I went in, I would tell the story, I would give the specifics, and I just continued to play the victim of my failed marriage. And it felt good for a while, but eventually it just didn't feel good anymore. And I wanted to do something to detach from that feeling and to move forward in a positive way. So I eventually started practicing three different things that helped me so much with moving forward and letting go of being the victim and embracing more being a survivor of this relationship. So the first thing that I did was I had to practice self-forgiveness. I was really hard on myself. My self-talk was really negative. I would always say to myself, why didn't you pay attention to the red flag? Why did you allow so many things to happen? And I just kept reminding myself of all the things that I did wrong, and it didn't serve me. So eventually I had to say, you know what? You did the best that you know how. With everything that you knew before you came into this relationship and all the experiences that you had, this was the best that I knew how to engage in this relationship and be in this relationship. And it didn't work out, and that's just what it is. And you can learn from it and move forward. So eventually I practiced some self-compassion and was able to sincerely and genuinely forgive myself and move forward with other things that I needed to deal with in order to heal from this breakup. And the second thing I had to do was I had to get real with myself and say, what did you bring to the relationship? What was your contribution to things not working out? It takes two to tangle. And so for me, what I realized was I was very indecisive. And so one minute I'm going along with something and the next minute I'm not. I didn't keep it real with myself about why I was doing things. And so that was confusing to him. And of course, that's not going to mesh well if I'm going on, up and down with my decision making. And other things that I did, I just allowed things that I shouldn't have. So I brought some things to the table that didn't help the relationship um, work out as well. So I had to take personal responsibility for that to help me move forward from being this victim of the relationship and keeping it real and saying, you played a role in it as well. The third thing I had to do was give gratitude. Yes, I had to express gratitude for the experience because I gained a lot. I gained a lot and grew personally. I learned a lot of lessons. I became more wise about love. I learned a lot about myself and just gained a lot of wisdom. And so giving gratitude for the experience, I wouldn't be here sharing this insight with you if I didn't go through that experience. And just a lot of other things came from it. I have a son. I have a wonderful son. That's my love. And Without that relationship, I wouldn't have been able to experience being a mother in this way. So, three things: practice self forgiveness, take personal responsibility, and give thanks for the experience because it's making you a stronger person, it's making you a wiser person, and you're going to have such a sense of clarity about what you want out of your partner and what you want in a relationship moving forward. So eliminate that mindset of being a victim and embrace being a survivor. And one thing you can do, because it's not an easy process, it's not an easy thought process to change. So you know that song, I'm a Survivor, or it's called Survivor by Destiny's Child. That song and the lyrics is something that's, it's a real mood, and it gets you in a good space to where you can say, you know what, I am a survivor. I can make it. I can do this. I can just move forward from this breakup. It's, you know, it's not the end of the world. And that saying, this too shall pass, is very true. If you do the right things within that time, as you're healing, it will pass and you will survive this breakup if you're going through one right now. Thank you so much for looking at my video.